Alright guys, so this is not the video that I was planning on shooting today. I already shot another video about my weight routine when I used to lift weights, when I did a bodybuilding routine, because somebody asked about that. But I got a comment on one of my videos that really, that I think everybody can benefit from, okay? And what he basically said was, you know, it's a video of me driving around in my car like I am right now, talking into my iPhone, and he's like, you say you give 100% into every one of your videos, but, you know, why don't I sit down, you know, next to a fireplace with a cup of tea and, you know, and write down what I say so I get my point across more directly. You know, and he said himself, he's like, you know, he's not a hater, he's just, you know, trying to make constructive criticism. You know, and he said he's not a native English speaker, so if I'm filming in my car and, you know, the audio's not that good or whatever, it's hard for him to understand. So I answered his, you know, his comment, and I really do appreciate this. I mean, he's obviously not trying to be negative. He's just trying to say, hey, you know, you say you're doing everything 100%, so why are you just doing this kind of on the fly? And it comes down to a couple of quotes that are really important that I think everybody's going to benefit from. One of them is just do what you can with what you've got. Conditions are never going to be perfect. Okay, if you wait for conditions to be perfect, you're going to be constantly waiting. What you have to do is you have to get an idea, use speed of implementation, you know, take your idea and immediately go with it, and just keep improving as you go along. Do the best you can as you go along, but do the best you can with what you've got. I've had this channel for years, okay? I wanted it to be perfect for years. I mean, I didn't even start filming until after I finished my anaerobics transformation. I was already pretty lean, okay? You know, I wanted to wait until everything was perfect, and when things weren't perfect, I just didn't do any videos, and nobody's benefiting from that. You know, people who would benefit from the information I'm putting out aren't getting that information. And me, in terms of building this brand, you know, I'm not going to benefit by postponing until things are perfect either. Okay? What I should have done is I should have just started where I was with what I had, did the best I could, and constantly improved. Okay? So the fact is, right now, I have money. Okay? You know, I'm making money from online training. I just got out of real estate, okay, so I have some money saved up. But the fact of the matter is, you know, until anaerobics becomes like an established business, you know, I have very limited resources. And if the best thing I can do is talk into my camera, because I can't afford, you know, a really good video camera right now, if the best I can do is film in my car with my, you know, with my phone mounted on like the GPS mount, because, you know, I don't live alone, there are people around a lot of times, and I don't, you know, I can't have peace and quiet at home either, and I don't have a professional sound studio, this is the best I can do. And I think I'm getting out information to people. I think I'm showing people what, you know, I'm all about. So as I improve, things are going to get better, but I'm at least starting now, okay? And, you know, like I said in the comment, you know, it's like, yes, you know, I just realized how cheap it is to get a green screen, okay, how affordable it is. I just realized how affordable it is to get a green screen with a couple of lights that will improve the lighting, that will improve the background of my videos, okay? I'm going to build my old real estate home office into like a recording studio, okay? I'm going, you know, I'm looking at cameras. Between the comment that guy made and the comment I made and me filming this video, somebody already put up a link about an inexpensive microphone I can use. So, you know, things, I am certainly going to be improving as quickly as I can and as much as I can. But the fact of the matter is, you know, I need to start right now, and I need to keep going right now, because things are never, ever going to be perfect, okay? I mean, let me put it like this. You know, I've talked about this before, okay? There was somebody, he was a friend of an ex-girlfriend, okay, who was very overweight, and I think it was before I even met her. She was telling him to go on basically the steak and eggs diet, you know, and he was like, well, he says he can't afford grass-fed butter and grass-fed beef and free-range eggs and organic this and organic that. So he's just going to go and he's just going to eat rubbish, okay, until he can afford that. First of all, you got to, you know, I'm sure that if he would stop eating rubbish, he'd have enough money for quality food. But second, even if you can't afford organic everything, you know, it's not like a close second. You know, it's like, you know, the best case scenario is to eat organic free-range beef. The second best thing is to eat Burger King. It's like, that's not true. Pizza is not the second best thing compared to organic free-range beef, okay? You know, this guy needs to grow up and do the best he can with what he's got, okay? He needs to, at a bare minimum, stop drinking alcohol, stop drinking soda, stop drinking anything but water, okay? You know, tea, maybe some coffee with some heavy cream or half and half in it, but rarely, mostly water. He needs to stop eating junk food. He needs to stop eating chips. He needs to stop, you know, putting sugar on everything, okay? He needs, you know, to cut down on his carbs, okay? He needs to go ahead and at some point go on to meat and eggs, okay? He needs to do that. And if he can't get organic, that's fine. I mean, I don't eat organic everything, but I'm doing the best I can with what I've got. And one of the reasons why I want to build up, you know, Anaerobics into like a major brand is because I want to drink raw milk, or cream actually, free-range organic eggs, you know, grass-fed organic beef. You know, I want to have the best food that I can get. And that's one of the reasons why I want to integrate my lifestyle and my business, my income together, so it becomes my job to eat well. You know, but the fact of the matter is, right now, I'm not in the position, you know, to afford organic everything. And because of that, I'm just doing the best I can with what I've got. You know, like I said, as things continue, there's going to come a point where I'm going to be able to afford, you know, all that food. And as soon as that point comes, I'm going to be eating that. You know, and the same thing with, like I said, as soon as I can afford a really good camera, I'm going to go ahead and start using a really good camera. You know, I mean, I have a 48 week, like a 1 year plan for getting in really, really good shape and completely transforming my body. Okay, I'm on week 7 right now. I could wait a year and then start filming videos when I think I'm in great shape. But guess what? A year from now, I might be 15 times better shape than I am now, but I'm still not going to be in great shape. I'm still going to think, oh, I need to change this little thing about my body. I can't film videos yet. So I'm filming it now. You know, and that's the reason why sometimes, even though I'm not in particularly good shape, I take my shirt off for videos so you guys can actually see, okay, here, you know, I'm gaining fat, I'm losing fat, I'm gaining muscle, whatever. You know, you can actually see my progress. And what I want is for this channel, especially this very first year, you know, these very first 48 months, you know, this time until 2019, I want this to be something that I can look back on and everybody else can look back on and see, what was the production quality in the beginning? You know, it was just some jackass driving around running errands, you know, talking to his phone in the car. And then later, like I said, I mean, I'm going to have, you know, a green screen with a nice background and better microphone and better lighting and a better camera, you know, and it's going to be more scripted. I might have a videographer helping me out or a freelance videographer to edit some of the stuff that I'm making. You know, I mean, I want it to be leaps and bounds. I mean, my body, I want to have, my plan is to have, you know, like 10 pounds more muscle and 10 pounds less fat by the end of the year, okay? I want to look at this stuff like, I can't believe, you know, what he looked like a year ago. And I want this basically to be a inspiration to other people, that you can start where you're at with what you've got, okay? That I can, you know, just as a person who knows a lot about fitness and diet and who reads a lot and tries a lot of experiments, you know, testing out different diets and different workouts, I want basically, you know, people to know that that's how I started out. I wasn't the most in shape person. I was working on it. I chronicled what I did to get in shape. You know, if you follow me on Instagram and Twitter, which I'm really working on getting consistent with, I want you to be able to see, like, hey, this is what he's working out this week. This is what, you know, he's up to. This is what his lifestyle's like, his diet's like, his supplements are like. And then you watch my videos and you see how my body's changing. That's really basically what I want this to be. So like I said, I want this, you know, thing to be like a year from now that a person can look back and see, you know, he started up a business and he didn't really have much, and he just made corrections and improvements along the way. When he got money, he invested it into his business, and look at him now. You know, he started out and he wasn't in perfect shape, but guess what? You know, he just kept improving and improving and improving. And like I said, over a year, what I really want is like my body, my channel, my production quality, my videos, my brand, my business. I don't want people to recognize it when they compare it to the way it is now. I want it to be just completely different. So, like I said, that's what I'm saying. I'm just going to leave you with those two quotes. One of them is, do what you can with what you've got. And the other quote is from one of my favorite books, which I'm going to do a book review of pretty soon, which is The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace Wattles. The inspiration for the book, The Secret, that's the one that Rhonda Byrne, or whatever her name was, read. Her daughter gave it to her. She read it, and that put her on the idea of making, you know, this whole thing about the law of attraction. But what, you know, Wallace Wattles said in The Science of Getting Rich was, do every day all that can be done that day. And that's it. Okay? I'm at Walmart now to buy my fiber supplement, and I spent 11 minutes and 11 seconds filming a video to explain why I film videos in my car. It's the best I can with what I've got, the time I've got, the resources that I've got. Like I said, we'll see each other in a year and see how many improvements I've made then.